Good morning, my name is Steven and we are about to board the world's largest cruise ship in the world. And not only that, we're gonna be going into a suite on board Wonder of the Seas. We're here in Port Canaveral and we're ready to get aboard because it's day one, boarding day. This ship is 235,000 tons, 1,188 feet long, 1 foot longer than my previous largest cruise ship. There are 8 neighborhoods, 1 more neighborhood being the suite neighborhood compared to the older Oasis class ships. There are 18 decks, 16 of them being guest, 2 of them being exclusive suite decks, which we get to go into because we're in a suite. And we actually ended up paying $8,000 for the 4 of us just because we got lucky with a few different things. I'll tell the story in a little bit, but ultimately the suite that we're in, which you can see right there, that's where our suite is on the top deck, should actually cost about $30,000 or more for 4 people in that cabin. So are we lucky? Yes, we are, and I'll tell you about how lucky we are as soon as we get aboard. Right now, my family has already started the check-in process. I decided to come up to catch a glimpse of this magnificent ship because, well, I just couldn't. Look at that ship, look at that. It's literally the largest cruise ship in the world. It doesn't get any better than that. I can't wait to get aboard. So we're gonna go ahead and meet up with my mom, my dad, and my little sister, Alyssa, for a family vacation, just us. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get down there and start the check-in process. So it's 10 o'clock and it looks like they're actually already taking guests in right now. So let's go ahead and get in because, oh my gosh, I cannot wait till we get there. We get a special line just for suites. Welcome to Cruise Terminal 1. We'll check with you once we get in. Gone through check-in and I found my family.
Oh, there you are. They made us go sit in the...
Yeah, you had to. So there's a suite section in which you have to make sure that you know that you're in a suite and ask for the suite section, or else they send you to the normal section with the regular line for waiting. We are going up the ramp, about to board. A little steep of an incline, but you know what? That's okay. When you're going on the largest cruise ship in the world, you gotta expect things like that. But one thing I didn't mention is that I didn't realize that this is actually Royal Caribbean's exclusive terminal. I didn't know that they had one here in Orlando. So they have one in Miami, Orlando, and Texas. So that's cool. We're just starting to scratch them out. Welcome to the Royal Promenade. Look at, they're gonna do a balloon drop today too. We're finally on board Wonder of the Seas, and immediately they're already trying to push us over to our safety assembly station. So we're gonna go do that, and then also we're gonna figure out our dining reservations because we'll talk about that in a moment. Alrighty, that was a quick and easy, painless process to go through. All we had to do, scan our boarding passes, and then also we had to watch a brief safety video, which I was able to do at the hotel ahead of time. And it's a simple 30-second video. Just watch it at a time. It'll check, it'll ask you, did everybody watch it? Just check everyone, and then you're good to go. Listen to the emergency signal, and boom, that's your safety briefing. It's super easy, super painless. It's known as the e-muster. Traditional muster is much, much worse. So please, if you're watching this video, make sure you take care of e-muster so that way they never take it away from us and force us to go gather for a half an hour to an hour and killing a bunch of time. Because basically, traditionally, they would make you group up and they'd make everyone line up for the assembly station as if it were a real emergency, and you have to sit there for basically a half an hour, is as long as that usually takes. So that's why, please take care of the e-muster, especially for those ships that have it. Don't give Royal a reason to take it away. We made it to Coastal Kitchen, which is a suite exclusive dining room, and also Pinnacles. If you're a Pinnacle member, which is the highest tier in Royal Caribbean, 750 plus nights, you can come here for lunch and dinner, which there are actually quite a few of them in this restaurant right now. So trying to be a little bit more quieter, but we've made it to lunch. Not a bad menu, not a very diverse menu. That's usually how suite menus are. It's usually not that many things, but that's okay. I'm sure we'll find something to eat. And usually we would normally run over to Central Park, or we would go to whatever quick service restaurant just to get in fast and get out. But we have to take advantage while we have it. You have to. The next time I'm on a Royal Caribbean cruise, I will not be in a suite. So we just gotta live luxury, essentially.
Hey, see? We were in the office in Alaska last time.
Yes.
Oh, in the Sydney.
Alaska.
Yeah, nice to see you back.
Oh my gosh.
No wonder.
I'm still alive.
We're like, yeah.
I can wait for you.
No problem. Take your time.
What?
That's
so crazy. We did this suite one other time in the past, and that was in Alaska. We did a video of it. You could see him in that video as well. In all those videos, he was our server on board for Coastal Kitchen. That is so crazy.
Now he's on Wonder.
Where we are? Alaska or in the Sydney?
Alaska.
Alaska.
Okay, we have just gotten out of Coastal Kitchen. It was actually a really good lunch. Really enjoyed it. Not a big menu, but still a really good menu. Got the chicken, I got the Cajun chicken. That was really good. My mom and dad got the braised beef, which looked really good, and they seemed to have really liked it. Looking forward for the rest of our meals to be in Coastal Kitchen. Now, Coastal Kitchen is the suite-only guest restaurant, and then also if you're a Pinnacle member, then you also get Coastal Kitchen. So there's a lot of Pinnacle members in there as well. So feel pretty high class at the moment. It's so crazy that we saw Muhammad, a server that we had 4 years ago, and just talking to him, he kind of slowly was remembering us. So that's really, really cool. That's just so awesome. I don't know, to have a familiar face. It always makes the experience so much better. So now we're gonna go to the room because it is open, I think. And all our luggage is here. Wow. Well, welcome to our room for the next, actually, welcome to our home for the next 7 beautiful nights. There's a living room and everything. We'll do a whole 60-second room tour in just a moment. We're gonna get unpacked, but just, couch. There's a bed, and then a walk-in closet. I can actually walk in this room. This is gonna be a fun tour. We'll get to it in a moment. Oh, actually, before we get to the tour, what? There's a balcony. Always have to go to the balcony. Always have to go to the balcony first, but jeez. This is bigger than a cabin. My gosh. We were just down there 2 hours ago. Can you believe that? And now we're way up here. This is probably the highest I've ever been in any cabin. All right, let me figure out what's going on in this place, and then we'll do the full 60-second room tour right now. Alrighty, before we get the 60-second room tour started, I just want to mention there's a touch screen that you can control all the lights and even open the blinds. What? Why is that even a thing? That is a different sound for the PA system. Okay, so this would normally be where a 60-second room tour is, but this suite is literally double the size of any other room that we have done, maybe even quadruple the size. We're gonna add an extra 60 seconds to our 60-second room tour, making it 120 seconds. Math! Anyways, we're gonna start in 3, 2, and I'm not ready for this, 1. So we're gonna start over here at the front where we always do safety information. There's actually a doorbell on the other side, so instead of knocking, they have to ring a doorbell. What? Then you can find a beverage station where you can make coffees, espresso specifically. You can make hot water for teas. There are just, oh my gosh. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But off on the left and all around, there is so much storage. You can find a mini fridge down here, standard mini fridge with waters that we have already gotten and stored in there. Then I wanted to demonstrate that over here is a nice little closet. Gosh, I'm choking on my words. There's so much to talk about and I don't have enough time, but hangers in there. There's a closet on the opposite side. Now this is for the guests who have to stay in the living room. Then this is where you find the master bathroom. Gosh, I'm doing so bad. Anyways, the toilet, the shower, a bathtub, 2 sinks. I don't know why there's 2 sinks, but there are. Shower is a pretty big space. Not that bad of a shower. Regular, maybe just slightly bigger than the other showers. Then there's a bathtub, which I don't have enough time to lay down in. Oh, let's get out of here. Then we find the living room with a full dining room table. What? There's a dining room table, order room service. We're gonna have to do that on this cruise. Then here is the 2 chairs, and this couch pulls out into a double. Look at that outside. That is a huge balcony. Oh my gosh, there's even a table out there. Have breakfast on the balcony. There's a nice big flat screen TV. What? There's a bedroom, but over here is a walk-in closet. We're literally walking in. You can find that this has a lot of hangers for you. A huge safe. Then there's another one over here with even more hangers and all our stuff that we've hidden for the room tour. A big mirror where you can get ready, more drawers and cabinets on the side. Here's an international outlet, 2 American outlets, 2 USBs over there. And like I said, you can get ready right there. That is insane. Then you have 2 more USBs, 2 more outlets right here for the master bedroom, which does split off into 2. You could have 2 twins and 1 queen. Another touchscreen thing, close the blinds because why not? Then there's an international outlet with 2 more USBs. Ignore that suitcase. Back out to the living room. And time. I think that I there's just so much to talk about. I gotta sit down. There's so much in this room to talk about that I am messing this up. I'm trying my best to give you the best room tours, but it's hard to fit everything in. Like, it's more than, normally we do 60 seconds. I needed a minute 20, and even still I am struggling because there's so much to talk about, and to go from one thing to the next, my brain is just blowing up, especially because I'm as surprised as every time I go through this room and see what is there. It's just, oh my gosh, this room is so crazy. I'm glad that we have a full week to fully enjoy it, because 60 seconds is not enough. One video is not enough. The whole series might even not be enough. Usually people always ask me, hey, when it comes to the room, does it really matter? And most of the times I will say being in an inside cabin is just enough for me, because you don't really want to spend that much time in the cabin. But let me tell you, this suite is literally blowing my mind. I am struggling so hard to comprehend with what is in this room. It is awesome. And that's not even the right words. I don't know what words to put for this. It's just, I can't believe this is going to be our home for 1 week. I would love to live here for the rest of my life. Inside cabins are great. Just being on the ship is enough for me, but just what they've done in this cabin, I can understand why you would want to stay in a suite, and I'm okay with it. If for those that love staying in suites and that can afford it, that is totally fine. It's totally worth it, I think. I mean, it's just awesome. I don't even know what to say about it. Just hands down, it's awesome. Okay, I'm up here on the suite sun deck. I would record a little bit more, but I don't want to disrupt the guests that are here. But just so you know, there is a dedicated suite sun deck. That is crazy. I'm just gonna give you a quick overlook of the view that we have. My gosh, this is a beautiful view of the sports deck. Look at, there's a zip line right over there. There's a sports court. There's a whole mini golf. That kind of looks like a cool mini golf. We'll have to try it. I have been missing a lot of mini golf courses on a lot of these ships, so we'll be sure to try it on this one. And one thing that is to note, there is a flow rider right over there. I normally don't go to the pool because usually they're just too busy and crowded, especially on these ships. I might come to the sun deck because there is a small pool. There are people in it right now, so I don't want to record them. Like I said, we're in the suite class, and they paid a lot of money to be here, and I don't want to disrupt them, so that's why we're gonna try to play as safe as we can for recording a lot of this suite stuff. But at the same time, we have to share as much as we can, because it's so cool. I don't know. I don't even know what words to use to describe this. So blessed to be a boy. That's just all I can say. Alrighty, so we have come out of the suite area, and I just wanted to say, look at the pools. They're already really crowded. That is kind of crazy. I guess it's time that we actually explore the ship instead of just hanging out in our room. So we've made it up to the front of the ship, and behind me right there is the solarium. And can I just say that the solarium is absolutely blowing my mind. I know I was just on an Oasis class ship, specifically Allure of the Seas, which is a sister ship. I'm blown away, but actually it comes all the way down. You can come downstairs and you can go out onto the wing and get a beautiful view of the front of the ship and get blasted by the wind tomorrow. Obviously right now we're not moving, so it's okay, but tomorrow will be really bad, so it's a good time to come up right now and just, wow. Look at the side of the ship. It feels like it goes on forever. It really does. And it feels like we're so far up into the sky. This is a skyscraper at sea. That's what this is. So day one usually always is the day where you're just going around and exploring and seeing what you're gonna do later. Now usually I would give the advice, if you want to go swimming early on, bring your swim trunks, pack it with you in a carry-on and a backpack, whatever, and bring that with you, walk that on board, because you're gonna check your luggage, and you'll see that when you get into the room later. And sometimes it's early like it is ours, or sometimes it takes forever. You never really know, it's kind of unpredictable. So if you want to guarantee it, bring your swimsuit with you. Because even looking right now, the water slides, the Perfect Storm water slides, which I didn't know they had water slides on this ship. I really haven't looked at Wonder of the Seas doing any research in advance, so I'm sorry about that. So you get to see me kind of be surprised with everything as we go on. But the line up there, and I don't even think you can really see it, there's a line, and it's only the first day, and at least only the people who brought their swim trunks on board. So a lot of people are figuring this out. Make sure you do that on day one. Bring your swim trunks, because everyone else is doing it, so maybe you want to do it. Because I know for a fact that if it's busy right now, it is going to be even busier later. And we'll talk more about that in the future days, but we're going to have to get on those slides. Even though I hate water slides, I'm liking the vibe of Wonder so much more. We'll leave it at that. So So I went out really quickly and I came back to these magnets in which my initial thought was, am I at my right room? But Alyssa actually decorated the door for me. And it is not technically my birthday anymore by the time you're watching this video, but I guess we are kind of celebrating my birthday on this cruise. So that's kind of cool. Usually I always do magnets. Actually, usually Jaylyn always does magnets and she's not with us today. So it's nice to have my little sister take care of it for us. But seriously, I came back to the cabin and had no idea if this was our room. I was really hesitant to tap the card. So I just want to say really quickly that we were complaining, Alyssa and I were complaining about having to share a bed. And what they actually do is they can bring you a rollaway bed into the suite so that way we don't have to share a bed. That's really nice. Didn't know that was an option. Had no idea that a cruise ship even has rollaway beds. Learning something new. But in this room, I think I mentioned it, maybe I didn't, maybe I wasn't clear during the tour. The master bedroom has one bed, which is the standard cruise ship bed, which splits between two twins or stays together and as a queen. And then they have the one pull-out couch. There's only 3 beds. So at best, you could really sleep 3 people who did not want to share a bed. So it's nice that because we have the bigger room and space to actually accommodate it, that they brought us a rollaway. That's kind of cool. We have since come up to the pool deck, or technically the sky deck, and look at how crowded it is along the windows. The one big thing about this ship is that this ship was built to look inwards because, you know, it's more of an island than it is really a cruise ship. That's why there's not that many places to look outwards towards the ocean. Really, your pool deck and sky deck's the only opportunity to, and look at how crowded it was. So we're gonna take Dad into the solarium. Probably one of my favorite places on board this ship so far. We came back here earlier, but we're back because, well, it's so good. Oh, bummer, the wing is closed because, well, I guess it's too windy. That sucks. Alrighty, so we have sailed away. We have left Port Canaveral, Cya Real Soon, but not too soon because we have 7 long, beautiful nights aboard this beautiful ship before we even have to think about coming home. So, long cruise ahead of us. We're gonna see Port Canaveral in forever. Anyways, I would be outside on the balcony saying goodbye, but it's really windy, so we're gonna be in the room looking out the balcony window saying goodbye. So anyways, now that we've sailed away, we're gonna head down and just relax, I think, in the suite lounge slash coastal kitchen. It's both. It's a lounge and it's a coastal kitchen. Let's get down there. That's where the rest of the family is. Welcome back to coastal kitchen slash suite lounge. They have hors d'oeuvres in the suite lounge. They got gyoza, a little bit of satay, beef satay, chicken samosa, cheesy potatoes with a few cold canopies. Whew.
And then they also have meat and stuff back here.
That's kind of cool. And they got cheeses, assorted desserts, cold cuts. It's actually kind of a good selection. It's going to be here every afternoon. And Alyssa is jumping on the cheesy potatoes. So one thing that you've probably noticed so far is not much is happening. Well, that's because we like chilling out in the suite lounge. Especially now that they have food in it, it makes it even better. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of what we've been up to, just sitting around, chilling and relaxing. And when we're ready for dinner, we just gotta go up to that podium, and there's Coastal Kitchen. And just like that, we've taken a long trek from the lounge part of the area to the kitchen part of the area. I don't know, the fact that the Coastal Kitchen and the Suite Lounge is together is kind of weird to me, but very convenient. Anyways, it's dinner time. Taking a look at the menu, we have cured salmon, smoked tomato soup, crispy pork belly. For the entrees, got rigatoni, roasted branzino, seared duck breast, grilled filet mignon, which is, I heard, the highlight of tonight. Then they have cauliflower steak. For, I think every night they're going to have the classic appetizers and entrees, something that Royal Caribbean has done away with on their main dining room menu. Looks like Coastal Kitchen is still adhering to the old classics. That's cool. Alrighty, we have made it out of Coastal Kitchen for dinner. For the appetizer, I had the salmon. That was really good. I just want to say that the main entree, which was the filet mignon, that was so good. All 4 of us got it. All 4 of us finished it. All 3 of us finished it. Alyssa almost finished it. It was so good. What a perfect first night. Best meal so far. Obviously, it's only the first night, but I think, how can you possibly top that? There's no way. Like I mentioned earlier, we won't really be recording in Coastal Kitchen because of just the nature of that restaurant, so it'll all have to be reviews after the fact, which is okay, I think. Hopefully. Comment down below if you hate this, but I'm really not trying to make any sweet guest or Pinnacle member mad. We have come back to the store and look what they have on board. Actually looks so good. Oh my gosh. We're getting another one for the collection. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up the ship model and probably a few other things, as the nature are these stores. I will say also, we've been doing a few different Royal Caribbean cruises. What I have noticed is that this ship has a lot of different items on sale than on the other. Like if you go on other Royal Caribbean cruises, you'll notice that there's a lot of the same shirts for just different ships or whatnot. Well, this one has nothing of the same. All right, now that we've spent money, let's go do something that's included in the cruise fare, and not just sweets, just for everybody. We're gonna go to the Aqua Theatre Show, which it looks pretty cool. I'm really excited for this one, so super excited for this Aqua Theatre Show. I don't know the name of it, but we'll let you know in a moment. Welcome to the Aqua Theatre. We're here to see Intense. That show was intense with a capital 10. Let me tell you, it was a phenomenal show. Every single member of this cast is amazing. And it was an entire female cast, which I loved. I think that's so epic that Royal Caribbean decided to go with that. And they have one of the best Aqua Theatre shows out of the entire fleet that I've seen so far. I've seen 2 of them, so it's my 3rd one, and it's up there. Now, it's very, very, very chaotic. So much is happening, left, right, up, down. You never know what is going to come and when, so expect it just to be intense all the way through. It is so much, and it just keeps going and building and getting better and keep going. It just, you know, one thing after another. The aerial is phenomenal. That is so crazy what she's able to do. That is a magic trick in itself, but what she does, she is spectacular. The lead dancer as well, she's very, very marvelous. So when she was up there doing the water, I mean, just everything, all the cast. But just the 2 that stick out in my mind is the dancer and the aerialist. Both were amazing. And the tightrope is, I don't even know what the words for that is, but they were awesome too. There's just so much to go on. There's just so much going on in this show that I don't even think that looking through a camera or even seeing it with your own eyes is enough. You need to experience this at least 2 or 3 times. That's how I feel. And it was an hour show, definitely on the longer side of things, but it didn't feel that way. It just kept going and building, and you never really knew when it was going to stop until it all came to the finale. And oh man, I would love to see that show again. It is only day 1, so there may be a possibility. Maybe I'll put my swim trunks on and go sit in the front and get splashed a little bit. I'm just kidding, I'm probably not going to do that. I'm too boring for that, but that is something that would be pretty fun to do, I'm sure. If water's your thing, I recommend giving that a shot. I recommend coming aboard an Oasis-class ship and giving that a shot. But the Aqua Theatre performance was amazing. 10 out of 10, even though it was intense. Also, just walking by Playmakers, a sports bar, is right here, right next to the Aqua Theatre on the boardwalk. I feel bad for all the people trying to watch their sport. It's a little loud, that show is. Actually, Playmakers even has the games listed out for the evening, and it looks like the only thing going on today is NHL. Oh, that went quick, but there's an NHL game. Yeah, there's a hockey game over at 9:30, so I think that means that towards the end, if anyone was watching hockey, might have been a little bummed out. But hey, it's okay. While I'm here, we might as well mention that Boardwalk, the entrance, kind of has that amusement park vibe. And I'm looking at all these things, and I'm wondering, what is Royal Caribbean going to do just about all these things that are on the posters? A Ferris wheel, some swings, sounds pretty crazy, but also it's Royal Caribbean. You never know. It's all a matter of when, honestly. With Royal Caribbean, they just keep building bigger and bigger. So we're gonna head down right now to the Royal Promenade for the balloon drop and welcome aboard party. I'm a little tired, but you know what? It's okay. Tomorrow is Coco Cay, so we are gonna have to wake up early for that because you wanna get on the island as soon as possible. So I'm glad because that means other people are gonna be tired and probably not gonna make it very early. I'm not grateful for it because that means I have to go or I'm gonna go see these things and also be tired. So, you win and lose.
The world's largest cruise ship.
That was the big balloon drop at midnight on board Wonder of the Seas. It was a lot of fun. Really, what a bang. And many other bangs to start off the cruise. I actually really like those balloon drops. They're pretty cool. And the good thing is those balloons are biodegradable and recyclable. So they're going around collecting those balloons, making sure that they get recycled, which is really nice and really assuring that we're not really going to waste here. Overall, day one, has it been good? Yes, the suite class has been phenomenal. I love our room, dinner and coastal kitchen, amazing. The ship itself, it's beautiful. I mean, look at this park. It's lush green and it's, oh man, it's breathtaking, it really is. The Aqua Theatre Show, oh my gosh, was that such a good show. Everything aboard Wonder just seems like that step above. I don't know what it is about this ship, but I've been on other Oasis class ships. I don't like to compare too much. Actually, I love to compare. Let's be honest, I love to compare, and comparing usually is for the worst, but actually Wonder, I don't know how, but everything just seems a little bit brighter, a little bit bigger, and just better than the previous Oasis class ships. So, not really sure how that can be. Maybe it's just the different tile or some different color that they do things, but or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a little bit happier or just or whatever. Maybe the suite class is doing it. Not really sure what it is, but oh my gosh, am I loving this ship? Yes, and there's still so much for us to do. But tomorrow, it's Coco Cay Day, a perfect day in Coco Cay, even though it's pronounced Coco Key. But you know what? I'll give Royal Caribbean the benefit of doubt there. We're gonna do Thrill Water Park once again with my little sister. She's gonna be joining me, and we're gonna be taking her to the tallest slide in North America. My second visit to Thrill Water Park. Am I looking forward to it? Yes, I am. My parents are going to Coco Beach Club. Maybe we'll do a cool compare and contrast video with my dad. We'll see. We'll see as the day goes on. Tomorrow is a beautiful day. Make sure to check out as soon as that video comes out. Thank you so much for watching today. As always, this isn't a goodbye, but just a see you real soon.